this man found a strange oil painting, where the paint is still not dry. Out of curiosity, he touched it. But when I go home, he found the paint could not disappear from his hands, even though it's been washed because I'm tired. He didn't think much of it, and go right to sleep the next morning. 2 of his fingers turned yellow. When brought to the ear, he began to hear the sound of birds frightened. He called his roommate to make sure, but her friend didn't hear anything, thought it was just a hallucination. He went to the sink and tried to wash his hands with detergent, but the result is still nil. At that time, he saw a janitor standing outside. He remembered seeing the officer looking at a painting. A few days ago, as soon as the officer saw his yellow finger, he immediately told him to cut the finger. Freaking, the guy went back to the dorm. His friend still doesn't believe. The next day, his whole palm turned yellow, and the sound of birds is getting louder. Because of fear, he took a knife to cut off his hand, but unable to in anger. He went to the janitor. The woman then told that he had seen the same painting 20 years ago. That time the paint was also still wet. He touched the painting and applied a little paint to his sister's face. Then they realized the paint couldn't get rid of. He also learned from that incident and had to cut his own hand off. But her sister, whose face is starting to turn yellow, slowly disappearing. A few days ago, the painting reappeared, and he saw the figure of his sister in it. The man now intends to destroy the painting, but the officer stopped her, but in no way. Accidentally, his head touched the paint. Aware of his guilt, the man ran away. But the sounds around him have now become very painful. His whole hand had turned yellow, and the world around him looked like the contents of a painting. Suddenly he saw the figure of the officer's sister. He followed her, but the figure disappeared again. Then the loud sound came again, so torturous that he couldn't stand it anymore. He finally cut off his own hand right then and there. His roommate noticed he was missing. He found the strange painting, and inside was the figure of a man who looked like his friend, with one hand missing and paint drips.